Yes. Now, ma'am, I will switch the slides as you instruct. We can start the session.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you, Aarti. Good evening to all and welcome to the session. So first we will pay our gratitude. Next slide, please. To Shri A. Nagaraji and Shri Yogesh Shastri ji for their vision and mission. We are very grateful. Gratitude. And then we have our team. So gratitude to our team also, and gratitude to our participants also, because they are sparing their valuable time and we are learning together. So thanks to all. Next slide, please. So my favorite question, how are you feeling right now? Just answer in one word. How are you feeling right now? Yes, please.
Very energetic, ma'am.
Okay. How are you feeling right now? Just say in one word. You can see these words also, or you can use your own word.
Blessed,
Okay.
blessed, blessed,
Great. Great.
blessed,
I could not get, sir.
blessed, blissful.
Blissful. Okay.
Yes,
Blissful. Others also, please.
Others, Shalini Masi, Uma Rathi.
How are you feeling right now?
Meenal Didi.
Shalini ji, Meenal ji.
Everybody is requested to be more participative in these sessions. These sessions are meant to improve our language, especially English. So
And these are interactive sessions.
yes.
So if we all will interact, it will be very useful, beneficial, and we'll all will feel good also, because we want to hear from everybody. Just in one word, just you have to say, just observe yourself.
Namaste all. I'm joining first time and then I'm धीरे धीरे मैं सीखूंगी.
No
ठीक है,
problem.
okay.
Uma Didi, no problem. You just say in one word, how are you feeling right now? अभी आप इस
Fine,
समय
fine,
कैसा
fine, fine.
Thank you. Okay. Welcome. Welcome. Okay.
Good evening to everybody. I'm Minal. I feel grateful right now.
Great.
Yes.
Thanks to all. Sandeep sir. संदीप सर का हो गया, अखिलेश सर का भी हो गया. Yes.
I am feeling enthusiastic.
Enthusiastic. I am feeling contented. Happy तो हुई मैं. Next slide, please.
Yes.
In last session, we talked about these 4 skills. If we want to improve our English, we have to improve these 4 skills. And these are listening, reading, writing, and speaking. And if we want to improve our listening skill, then we must have the ability to decode the meaning of an audio string. And for reading, ability to decode the meaning of a written string. And writing, ability to encode thoughts and concepts into written form. And speaking, ability to encode thoughts and concepts into oral form. So we discussed all. we discussed all these 4 skills, and I hope you must have thought about these points. Next slide, please.
Yes. Just a second.
Then we are talking about the diary from the very first session. Do you want to share something that you have witnessed or experienced in the last 4 or 5 days? We have been focusing on this too much. So if you want to share something that you have written or you have tried or you have experienced something, if you want to share, you are welcome.
Good
Yeah, ma'am.
evening, everyone.
Yes.
Sorry, Bhaiya. Sorry, Bhaiya. Please पहले.
Didi, please go on. Shalini Didi, please.
हाँ जी.
Shalini Masi, please share if you would like to
हम
share.
लोग अभी बुल्ढाना में थे.
Mhm.
So we had a very good session, and I wish all of us could participate. I missed all of you.
So
Okay.
nice. I wish we could all join, but the challenge is the distance.
If time
Yes.
permits, we would want to know.
I
what-
think you can join in the second session.
Yeah. But if time permits, you can just summarize in very shortly.
Yeah,
what
I would
was
like
the
to share
session
some
about.
moments from there. Uh, we were not aware of what was going to happen. We thought it would be a lecture series, but that was not so. They made us participate in lot of games, childlike games, dog in the bone and things like that. And they had brought lot of songs with them, and very sweet little songs, and we really enjoyed singing and dancing and playing. So it was, and of course, we came to know about how life starts from where we have come, not Jeevan, but Sharir, the bhautik rasainik part of the body. And that was a very beautiful experience. I'll just, everybody can read about Carl Koning. He is a person from Vienna, Karl Konig, Konig, Nigs. Konig, he's from Vienna, psychologist, and he has done a lot of research about what I liked about that whole topic, which we were asked to read, was that man's first step, the walking, our first step was a very big leap in the mankind, because otherwise we were on all fours. What Darwin says is we have come, or our ancestors are apes or monkeys. So we were on all fours. And if we compare this to Jeevan Vidya, so this is Gyan Avastha ki pehla kadam. मतलब हमारा सीधा erect रहना, keeping our head straight, our spine straight, and keeping our first foot forward. With this balancing our body, this was something really, it touched me. And then how our body is formed in the womb and how playful a child is inside, that also was a very beautiful thing. Then we were asked to make all this in clay. We were given some games, and there was a lot of emphasis on nature study. Then there was emphasis on drawing. We need to draw, we need to color. This was again something very different from what we expected. So everyone participated wholeheartedly in this workshop. We were 61 participants from Chhattisgarh, Delhi, Maharashtra also, Yavatmal, Buldhana, etc. From Nagpur also. And Muma Didi also participated. So, and you know, the best part was they said, make your own poems. They had made their own poems and their own songs. So I also made one small poem. You please continue. I'll just fetch that book and I will read it out.
Okay, okay. Thank you, Shalini ji. Very nice, and it's really very nice to listen that how the journey of mankind started. And then, if we are with students, or if we are like uh, learning how the child life is, and it is if we enjoy the innocence of children, and like you said, that poems, games, and everybody, even the adults, because I also used to take workshops. So the activities which we think that only students will enjoy, but no, even the principals, teachers, because हर इंसान के अंदर बच्चा तो है ही ना. And if we want to live a very good life, then we have to keep the child alive inside us. So that is a very great thing. And if we are staying with children, or if we are talking about children, and if we are knowing about their habits, or if we are preparing ourselves for them, so it is a very great moment, and we feel happy, because if we are talking with adults, their content, their topic is quite different, and it is most of the time it is stressful. But if we are with kids, and if we are talking about them, and if we are preparing activities, and if we are knowing how the child works, how the child acts, how the child plays, so it gives us joy. Thank you so much for sharing such a wonderful experience.
Was indeed
Yeah,
very beautiful. I will just read out the poem. I've got it.
Yeah, sure.
मैं हूँ एक, because they asked us to meditate on one tree, any tree which attracts us. So meditate on that and then draw or write whatever we wished. Of course, drawing we had to do, but I thought of writing a little poem too. मैं हूँ एक पेड़ कदम का जो है पूरा हरा भरा, पत्ते मेरे हरे हरे, तना मेरा भूरा खुरदरा, टहनियां मेरी खुली हैं जैसे उत्सव मना रही हूँ, फल है मेरे सुंदर सुंदर जैसे हो धागे के गोले. अब जैसा भी मेरे को जमा मैंने वैसे.
Very nice. We will also practice. These are, and we have jazz songs also. We can practice that also. In next sessions, we will use that poems, songs, and how we enjoy the melodious words, songs. So nice. Thanks
Thank
for
you.
sharing. Thank you. Yes. Now,
We can take more sharing. If
yes.
Last 4-5 days, two things are very prominent in my thoughts. First of all, the scorching heat. Then the political scenario of the country, and one I'll attach is one pet that is kitten of 2 or 3 weeks old, just scratching the door, and I allowed her to come inside, and then last 2-3 days I see that every family member is closely attached to the small creature. Everybody is looking after, everybody is attentive that what she is doing now, and then what should be given to eat her, how she will feel comfortable and all. So these 3 thoughts are very prominent. Scorching heat alarms us that the items we use, the most consumerism, result into the disbalance of our planet, how it is closely related. And I used to speak also in my yoga sessions early in the morning, 6 to 7, which I take 1 or 2 school boys of standard 5. They're also very interested in listening all these things and the reason and the logic inside. So I feel that I'm conveying the things to the coming generation, and they are understanding, and they'll certainly follow whatever they analyze from these talks. Second thought is political scenario, the Prajatantra. I just listened to Om Bhaiya was telling the happiness ambassador was a program that राजनीतिक, सामाजिक और आर्थिक ये तीनों अपेक्षाएं जो प्रजातंत्र से, the democracy is the best one which humankind has evolved for living as a vyavastha. It is not up to the mark, up to the expectations which humankind aspires in all the 3 fronts. So the scorching heat, the political scenario, and this pet have engrossed my thoughts these days, and I am very much relating it to the coexistence and the actions to be taken by us. सबके मूल में जो मैं महसूस करता हूँ कि वो अध्ययन है, और इस अध्ययन के माध्यम से हम अपने स्वयं पर काम करते हुए अपनी आवश्यकताओं को समझते हुए जितना हम सही से जिएंगे, एक लिविंग एग्जाम्पल बनने की तरफ मेरा ध्यान जो पिछले 4-5 दिनों से काफी प्रोमिनेंटली रहा है. So that I wanted to share with all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. You talked about the scorching heat and then political scenario, and then the how we can improve, means how we can be useful and what we can do. So you were aware of your thoughts and feelings. So thanks for sharing. Anyone? Would you like to share, or shall we move further? Yes, sir.
Thank you, Didi. I would like to share my journey. I have started my train journey on 7th to reach Lucknow. And after reach Lucknow, I spent 1.5 days with my younger brother. Now, again, I moved to my wife's brother's house, elder brother of my wife, and I'm spending time in Sasural now. घर जमाई के रूप में हूँ.
Enjoy, sir. Enjoy your holiday. Like chief, yes.
These are the certain changes I wanted to share with you all. Thank you.
Thank you,
Been
sir.
thought.
Thank you. Enjoy your holidays. Okay. Anyone else? Would you like to share?
Who else is there in the meeting? Let me just check. Uma Rathi Didi and Meenal Didi. Okay.
Shall we
Don't
move
think
further?
that we can move further.
Okay. Next slide, please. So last time we talked about listening skill. Here are some points. There are many points, but I will just read some points, and you can pay attention, and you can see which points are useful for you, and where you can pay attention, how to improve our listening skills. Because these skills, it takes time. We have to again and again we have to practice, we have to listen, we have to think, we have to read, write, speak. Listening, how to improve our listening skills. Repeat people's last few words back to them. Don't put it in your own words unless you need it. Offer non-verbal cues that you are listening, but only if it comes naturally to you. Pay attention to non-verbal cues. Ask more questions than you think you need to. Minimize distractions as much as possible. Acknowledge shortcomings. Don't rehearse your response while the other person is talking. Monitor your emotion. So if you want to improve your listening skills, there are some points and you can practice. You can just pick one point and you can practice, like monitor your emotions. And if because this group is quite mature and quite having quite good understanding, so we don't face any problem that if one person is talking, the other is also. These types of problems we face in our classrooms. So you can just see which points you like and you can just read. I will give you 1 minute. You can read all the points, how to improve your our listening skills. So you can just go through it, just read it. If we want to learn any language, because English is a foreign language, we have to first listen. We have to improve our listening skill because we are not used to listening this language. We use our native language at home, at our workplace, or with our friends, with our relatives. So we have to focus more on listening. And if we listen, because there are rhymes and there are phonetics, then we become habitual of these phonetics and these rhymes, rhythm, and then we can improve. And there are some non-verbal cues also, like our body language, our gestures, or eye contact. There are many. So whatever you feel, you can just pick 1 or 2 points and then you can focus on them and you can improve your listening skill. Listening skill otherwise is also very good for us to lead a very good and happy and healthy life, because if we are listening to others, that means half the problem is solved. The problem is we are not ready to listen to others. What personally I feel, improving listening skill is a very, very good habit. If we are listening to others, what I feel, half the problem is already solved. Okay, next slide, please.
Akhilesh Chacha has raised his hand.
Okay, yes, sir.
Didi, I have a doubt about 9th point, monitor your emotions.
Yes.
While listening, we concentrate on monitoring our emotions. Don't you think it distracts from the listening?
No,
Or
sir.
it is
Yes. Monitor your emotions means, like, suppose you are listening. You are listening to someone. For example, like you said that political scenario. You only said, no, sir? You were aware of you were watching the political scenario also? You
so
said, or
that Sandeep Bhaiya has said.
Sandeep
Sandeep Bhaiya
sir.
has said about it.
So what we do when we are listening, sometimes you must have seen that if somebody is talking and you are not agreeing to that, so what happens? You start getting angry, or you are just excited. So we have to monitor. We have to just see that we have to listen, like you have seen in parliaments or in our houses also. If we are listening, what we do, we just start getting angry or anxious or excited or something. So we have to, if we are improving our listening skill, or if we are listening, it is there, it is quite possible that we don't agree with that. But it's not that if we don't agree, we just start getting angry and boiled and hyper. Because our points are different, so we have to monitor our emotions also. Emotions are this for this point I always focus. Every time we have to, because if some other person is not we are not agreeing to that person, So there is no need to get hyper. There is a point of view. Personally, why I again and again, personally I feel this. What I am feeling, it may be wrong for you, or you may not agree with that. So there is no need, because we are doing an exercise, listening exercise. Like last time Seema ma'am had shown you some TED talk. So it's not that you were agreeing to everything. We have to just, if we are practicing listening skill, we have to just listen to it. So it's not that we have to monitor our emotions also. It's that I will share the article also. I will share the article. You can read it.
What I have understood from your explanation is monitor your emotions. While listening, we should handle our emotions so that can be a bliss.
Yes.
We avoid the emotions and
Yes, yes, sir.
that's the
Yes,
part.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's good. Thank you, Didi.
Yes, sir.
Geeta ji, can I add something? Am I audible?
Ma'am, sure. You are most
Am I
welcome.
audible?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
So basically what Geeta ji is trying to tell here is, bhaiya, and how our listening improves is, there are two very important things. One is when we already have something, let's say we are just going to discuss a topic, but you already have reached on a decision and you feel what you are thinking is correct. Then, it is unable to listen to the other person. You will not pay attention. All the time you're working on your argument. That once she stops speaking, I have to say this. So, सबसे बड़ा जो listening में hindrance है वो ये है कि you start preparing for your counter argument. Because, whosoever has the last dialogue is the winner. Has been our parampara, society में यही है. Last dialogue जिसका है वो जीता. तो जब सामने वाला बात कर रहा है, without any prejudice, without any baggage, without any background, I mean, just don't think what I think about this topic. Listen to the person wholeheartedly is what is being told here. We might think differently, we might not agree to that, but what happens is when the other person is talking, we are so much in disagreement that we start making our arguments, and we don't listen to the person. That is where we go wrong. Listening is not done fully. So half the thing which could be of our benefit, we don't even listen to that. हम सारे दरवाजे बंद कर लेते हैं. I think that is what is being told here.
Yes.
So I think I have made my point. Yeah.
Yes, I think while the person is talking, that you covered that.
Sir, your voice is not clear.
Akhilesh, Chacha, maybe you can switch off your video. Your internet connection is poor.
I think I'm in Lucknow. I'm getting good internet connection. ठीक है मैं देख लूँगा. So, earlier days I was in the village while attending class. This is the first time I'm attending English class from Lucknow. So one more thing, I have to go to hospital and I have to leave the meeting. So sorry for this. Thank you and
Everything is
allow me to
okay,
leave
sir?
the meeting.
Everything is okay?
It's a routine checkup,
Okay.
minor checkup of
Okay.
Wi-Fi some problem, physical problem. So most of you might be knowing those who have met in Buldhana about her physical health. So I'm planning to have a checkup for that. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. All the
Thank you,
best.
Akhilesh, Chacha. See you next time. Yes.
Yes. Next slide, please.
Yes.
We were talking about happiness. What do you mean by happiness? Happiness is an inner state. Last time also we talked. And it is a fundamental desire of every human being. Every human being's fundamental desire is to be happy. Whatever we are doing so that we all can be happy. Next slide, please. Happiness is the underlying aspiration behind every human activity. Whatever we are doing, whatever activity we are doing, behind that is aspiration is that we all have to be happy. Now the question is happiness something to be understood, experienced, and achieved? Or does happiness comes to us at its own time? So what do you feel? Do you feel that happiness is to be understood, experienced, and achieved? Or does happiness comes to us at all its own, at its own time? What do you think? Do we have to understand or experience or achieve, or does it come to us naturally? What do you feel?
Ma'am, in the upper level or superficial level, we can say it comes automatically. It is not achievable, but in a deeper sense, happiness can be understood. It is a part of understanding. It is a part of experience, and it can be achieved also with personal effort. Basically, working on our thought level. Thank you, ma'am.
When we started this happiness curriculum in Delhi government schools, so there was a huge, very debate on this question. How can you teach happiness to children? Children are already happy, and every human being is happy. We all are happy. We don't need this, and there is no need. But now we feel that happiness is to be understood, experienced, or achieved. And it, because if we are learning or if we are understanding, so we can live our life in a better way, that we all are observing, we all are feeling, we all are experiencing. So it has to be taught, it has to be learned, it has to be understood, it has to be achieved. So we have to pay attention and we have to work on that, because the fundamental desire of every human being is to be happy. But how to be happy? That is the question. We want to be happy, but how to be happy? That is the challenging question, and we have to work on that. Yes, next slide, please. Do possibility of happiness lie within us or outside? There are these are the questions that concern the adults and children alike. Now the happiness is it an inner state or it is just outside? What do you feel? Yes, sir.
Yes, Didi. It is totally dependent upon my inner state, what I think of the situation, what I think about the people in front of me, and what is my idea about myself. These all depends upon my inner state, not the outer one.
So now we have started observing our inner self. We know that there is inner world also. Like otherwise earlier we were just seeing outside and we were feeling turbulence inside. Now we know that inside is also there is a world, and we have to observe and we have to work on our inner world so that we can be happy in our outer world also. Yes, next slide, please.
I think I may be wrong, but for a child, I think the environment of a child, what kind of a place a child is being brought up in, that makes a lot of difference on how the child feels. Because inner will not be developed in a better and in a more profound sense if the outer is problem. There is a lot of difference in disturbance in outer. it's an
Yes.
opinion or it's an observation, I don't know.
No, you are right. Yes, environment plays a very important role. But
because
on
we,
the others,
yeah.
yeah, please continue.
But because we with our understanding, with our observation, with our experience, we learn to deal with situations in a better way, learn to understand, we create our own narrative on how we will react or respond to a situation. For a child, that is not true. Still, the child is in an emotionally, socially, in a very developing, uh,
Stage.
in the process of developing. There is a lot of things going on within them. So I think for that kind of a entity who is in a crucial age of development, uh, not being able to process things, their thoughts and emotions in a very constructive manner, for that kind of an entity, I feel outside is more plays a lot of difference.
Actually, can I add something to it, Aarti?
Yeah.
So
Yes, yes.
basically, kids they have impressionable minds. They are clean slates, and their environment definitely plays a very big role. And when it comes to adults, they've already grown. They already have made some kind of their conclusions. So sometimes, the outside world is not that bad. The situation might not be that bad, but our inner conflicts make it worse. So with adults, it's the inner conflict which has to be resolved. I think children don't have inner conflict that much, but their environment does give them, because they're in that learning stage.
Right.
So I think that is a little bit of difference we others can add. I mean, I feel it this way.
Yes, thank you, Seema ma'am. Thank you, Aarti. In our next session, we will be discussing about this. And it is very true that environment plays a very big role. And for children, children live in present moment. Children don't have their past history, but the adults, like Seema ma'am said, because the inner conflict troubles a lot to adults. Otherwise, if we are at peace, in our inner journey is smooth and we are at peace, we don't have any turbulence, we don't find anything bad outside. But if we are having turbulence inside, if we have conflicts inside, so everything is bad outside. So for children, they live in present, but I can say this because I observe, I ask children, they also know about the inner world, what is happening inside, they are also able to answer. We will come to this in our next session maybe, or something we can discuss now in our next slides. Next slide, please. According to Shri A. Nagaraji, happiness is a state of no conflict, synergy, or a state of being in acceptance. So happiness is a state of no conflict. If there is no conflict within ourselves and outside, and synergy means talmel, or a state of being in acceptance. If we are in a state of being accepting others, acceptance, so there is happiness. He also stated that when one is in harmony within and with the world outside, harmony means talmel mein, synergy mein, within, with ourselves and with the world outside, one experiences absence of struggle, then there is no struggle. If we are in harmony with ourselves and with the outside world, there is no struggle, and feels the need to make this state sustainable and continuous. And if there is no struggle, if the absence of struggle is there, we want to be in that state, and we want that it should continue. That is why we are saying, no, nirantar khushi, continuous happiness. An inner state of happiness promotes factors that allow individuals, communities, and societies to thrive and flourish. an inner state of happiness. Like we are saying that if we are happy, so what will happen? If we are happy, first and foremost thing is we are happy, we are kind to ourselves, we love ourselves, and we appreciate ourselves, we motivate ourselves. Then we can contribute in our family, then in community, then in society, then in our country, and then in in universe. So if we are happy, so there are many factors that we can do so many good things, so many, and we can improve and we can increase our utility. Next slide, please. Just back. Yes. Would you like to share something or would you like to add something? Anyone can share? or-
Ma'am, yes, what you told about how Adani Babaji says happiness is
Yes.
state of no conflict, means samadhan. Samadhan barabar sukh.
Yes.
Means the answer of every why and how. Then he also stated that when one is in harmony within self and from the in harmony with the outer world, experiences absence of struggle and feels the need to make the state sustainable and continuous. So the three gyan he told, Astitva Darshan Gyan, means knowing everything about the reality of the existence and reality of the self, man, how I'm feeling. Once I say, before Jivan Vidya, I used to say, how am I feeling? As you ask, how you are feeling. But now, with more precisely, I can see myself what my thought is working upon, and how my tulan means where I'm inclined to whether profit, लाभ, वृत्ति काम कर रही है या हित में, या प्रिय जो है स्वाद हमारा प्रभावी है, रुचि मूलक ऐसा. So I can make out the distinction between the level of the happiness these days with these information that I wanted to share with your information.
Yes, very rightly said, sir, that we have to be solution oriented. If there is a problem, there is a solution. So if we move to solution or if we are solution oriented, then there is no problem. But the problem is we all stuck in one point because our belief system is very strong. So we have to first break our belief system, our myths, and then we have to move on. And if there is a problem, there is a solution. And if we are in harmony with ourselves, we are in harmony with outer world also. And if we are in a mood of acceptance, means if we are accepting the others as they are, then there is no conflict. But we have to see our inner conflict. We have to observe why means Babaji is focusing on observation, feelings and thoughts. We have to observe our feelings and thoughts. Like today I went to a shop. So that lady, she was listening to cos theta, tan theta. Then I asked her, are you learning maths? She said, no, I'm not learning maths. I'm just listening to this video and this is very nice. Like we learned cos theta, tan theta, and we learned so many things in maths. Does those cos theta, tan theta, are they useful in our daily life? So that shopkeeper said, nobody teaches us what is real life and how to deal in our real life. So that is very big question, like what we are working, what Yogesh Bhaiya is working on, what Babaji said, that we have to humanization of this education, means we have to improve the education system, Chetna Vikas Mulya Shiksha. We have to work on that. Chaitanya, we have to work on Chaitanya, and we have to work on that, that what helps in our day-to-day life. Now, so many people, they are just listening, and I have seen so many daily everyone is observing that if the person is qualified, then also they are not able to lead a very happy, contented, and useful life. So there is a need to bring change, and who will bring change? We have to bring change. And first we have to consider ourselves, we have to focus on ourselves, what we want, and for that what we have to work on. And it's not that just we keep on saying that government has to do that, government has to do. Nobody will come in our home if we are no prime minister, no chief minister, no minister will come into our home and say, okay, you improve your relations, you improve that. We have to work on that ourselves only. And if we will work, and I'm hopeful, and I'm sure also that if we will work together, and if we will work in synergy, so we will get better results. At least we can live a very happy and contented life. So anyone, Seema ma'am, would you like to add something?
No, Geeta ji, very, very well said. Absolutely, the inner harmony is what is very important. And that
Yes.
harmony is disrupted when we think something, say something, do something else. So,
Yeah.
mota, if you look at it, the major problem is that we have two parallelly things which are not in accordance with each other, but we believe in both. So, basically, we have to
Yes.
we have to see कि दो विरोधाभास चीजों में से ठीक कौन सी है उसको देखना और we have to constantly think, we have to constantly see our behavior, keep peeping inside, and that's what one has to do. So the days when we are low, and there's no reason to be low, but you do feel void. So we have to figure out what's going wrong. Maybe what I'm thinking, what my thoughts are they not in accordance with my actions? Am I not doing what I want to do, or what I'm thinking, or what is not in accordance with that? And all these things, I think we keep on improving on things like that. That's it. You said it well. I mean, it was a
And
good.
we don't do it deliberately, but it happens. But if we are very keen observer, if we are always observing our feelings and thoughts, then it comes to know, we come to know, oh, we are wrong, here we are wrong, because it is not in harmony. What we are saying, what we are doing, and what we are thinking, and what actually come. So it is not in harmony. Shalini ji and others, would you like to add something?
Yes, that I have also observed that your actions, thoughts, and speech. I mean, whatever you are doing, karna, sochna, bolna has to be in accordance.
Otherwise, yes.
Otherwise, there is a conflict within, and we do fall sick. I mean, that is one of the, I think, major areas where we are not well.
Yes.
Mentally, not being fit is not good. That affects our physical bodies too. मतलब बीमारियां उसी से हो रही हैं. We are all our ailments, all our diseases sprout from this non-alignment of thought, action, and words.
Very well said. Very true also. So we have to be very, very vigilant. And what I feel, if we are in accordance and if we are in harmony, then nothing troubles us, because we don't have to manipulate also, no?
Yes.
We don't have to manipulate. Whatever we are saying, whatever we are doing, whatever we are thinking, and we don't have to think. So it becomes easy. Otherwise, we have to manipulate, and then it takes energy also, time also.
Yes, true.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing. Anyone would like to share
Leave.
something?
I have to leave. I'll just leave. You can.
We will
continue.
also leave, Aarti. It's time.
No,
we
no.
will
You
also-
continue the. If anybody has last comments, you can take.
My last comment is it was a very
We are not able to hear you, sir.
now can you hear?
Yes, yes, sir.
Am I audible now? Okay.
Yes, sir.
It was a very nice listening treat today, ma'am. You have touched every aspect of the subject, like listening and the examples and the Babaji quote. So it was very nice listening, and few words which I wrote down, which you spoke, thrive, flourish, and Seema Didi told void. That new word, that word which generally I don't use, has come into this session. So thank you, Didi.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Thank you. It's nice. Thank you, everyone.
Thank
See you
you.
on Thursday.
Good
Be
night.
happy.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay, Ji. Thank you.
Okay.
Thanks to
Okay.
everyone.
Bye bye.
It was a great
Bye.
session.
Bye.